Bank of America just cold called me, and I had fun with them. Welcome to Degenny from the blockchain, where we DeFi logic. It started out just by them checking up on me with my account and just seeing if I'm utilizing all the tools that they had. And I'd never answer phone calls ever that show up on my phone just as a number and it's not a person I know. Maybe if I'm expecting a call from auto shop or like a delivery service or something, I might answer, but I wasn't expecting anything. My phone rings and here's Bank of America on the phone. Oh man. And they again wanted to make sure I was utilizing all the tools and options they had for life planning. I don't really know what that means, but I assume it meant financial future, planning for your financial future. And, I'm not one that just kind of hangs up on people and says, no thanks. Like, I don't know. It's just never been in me. But, I engaged with her. And I don't remember her name, thankfully, because I don't want to say it on camera anyway. But it was a Bank of America. She called herself a banker. So she's not like... qualified in certain areas. She has her boss that would talk about other things, but she's clearly in the banking system and making this call, so she's looking to give me some value in what they think is valuable at Bank of America. So she asked me a question about how are you feeling with your financial life plan and things like that. And are you aware of the tools that we have for you in terms of investing or, tracking your finances and stuff on the mobile app for Bank of America? And I paused and I simply said, unfortunately, my life plan doesn't involve traditional finance. And my financial, planning for the future does not involve the banks. That's what I said. And you know what? I give her credit. She was very nice, and she understood, and she looked into my savings account and said, you earn this amount of interest. We have other options that you can earn a little bit more by upgrading your account. And I then said, I understand, you're just telling me what you have and trying to be able to lend out my money to even more, institutions or whatever, lend out my money for more return for you. That's what I really wanted to say. But I know that percentage, I basically said the percentage is just so low that it's not sustainable for my financial future. And I give her credit again. She admitted that the earning opportunity in Bank of America in traditional savings accounts or money market accounts are not that lucrative. She said it's a low earning opportunity, and she understood that. She goes on to say that, but they do offer CDs for 13-month lockup periods for a higher percentage. And I said, yeah, I know that exists. And you can see where I'm alluding to. I eventually wanted to bring up crypto, right? So the way I did that was, after 5-6 minutes or whatever, she, we're about to wrap up, and she asked, is there any more, questions you have for me or anything before, we wrap it up? And I said, well, yeah, I'd be, again, I paused because I didn't know really how to say. I didn't know this opportunity was going to come, and I didn't want to record the call because it's just unfair. Actually, she recorded the call. Yeah, so what you're about to hear is actually on Bank of America's recording call system. So anyway, I asked her to get into the crypto conversation. I basically just said, well, in the field of where you work, as a banker, what's the feeling around the banking system and the people that you work with and the people you're around about all the insolvency and all the failed banks? And I brought up it with no hesitation. I said Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate, and most recently, First Republic Bank going down. What are your thoughts on all that? I don't know if she was ready for that. She's probably just thinking she's making a cold call to a customer of hers, trying to upgrade her my account so they can make more money with my money, right? So again, she's very good about her answer. She acknowledged that there's some drama going on with the banking system. Those are my words, but she had that sentiment that things are going on, and it's an opportunity for her to talk to her clients about FDIC. She explained, she says, I go about explaining that to the people I work with, and recommend they go to fdic.gov to see where to see what's covered, see what you're covered by FDIC. And then she went on to say, these are smaller banks, and she kind of had a laugh about it, meaning like, these big banks, including Bank of America, Wells Fargo, she listed a couple others, JP Morgan, that those big banks just will not fail. Because she said that if the big banks fail, she attributed a coworker of hers of saying this, that there's bigger issues going on in the world than just a big bank going down. So many things will collapse and go down. Society will be in chaos, and she's right about that, or her coworker was right about that. That if J.P. Morgan Chase or Bank of America goes down, then we have a lot more issues going on in the world than just that. So, one could say we already do, but she says we're doing good as Bank of America. Again, she was not officially a spokesperson of Bank of America. She just works there and is reaching out to a existing customer of hers. That's it. And she said she's not qualified to make any sort of statements or have a stance on anything like that. And I respect that. I totally respect that. She was great. I have nothing against her. She's just doing her job, and she engaged in an open conversation with me. That's what we need. That is exactly what we need as a crypto community, is for traditional finance or just people who are outside of crypto to be open about it and listen to the people in the crypto space on what we have to say. And she did, and she gave her honest opinion on everything, and I thought she was wonderful. So she says Bank of America is not affected by any of the insolvency and drama that we've seen over the past couple of months with the banks. She said that they have seen increase in funds coming to them, so people are going to the bigger banks. That I can confirm through this person at Bank of America, who is not, again, an official spokesperson or can talk officially about the stuff. This is just what she is seeing. Yeah, and she then pointed me to bankofamerica.com /investor something to show me what other products that they have to offer. But then that led to the crypto conversation. So I basically transitioned and said, I brought this up because it leads to another narrative out there that people are putting their money into Bitcoin because of the drama that's going on with the banks. And she said, yeah, even she knows people that are in crypto and they hold their money in banks and in Bitcoin. That was pretty cool to hear. But she said Bitcoin and people moving their money into Bitcoin hasn't been competition for Bank of America. That's how she put it. So Bank of America feels like, no, I can't say that because that's not how she put it. She was just saying that what she's seen behind the scenes working inside Bank of America is that Bitcoin is not competition yet. She basically said there hasn't been competition with Bitcoin and Bank of America. She did say that Bitcoin is a parallel form of currency. I thought that was hilarious. I've never heard Bitcoin described as a parallel form of currency. But, it's pretty cool. Like, somebody that's inside of Bank of America is calling Bitcoin a parallel form of currency. It's known, it's accepted, and, it's something. And it's happening. That's what people in the banking system know. And of course, we have Congress talking to Gary Gensler, and it's live streamed and everything, and there's hearings and financial committee meetings that we get to see live, so of course people know about digital assets and crypto. It's not a secret. But personally, for me to talk to a banker inside of Bank of America that calls Bitcoin a parallel form of currency, it's just cool. It hits home that it's really happening. Bitcoin is a thing. It's not just us in our little echo chamber in crypto. She also went on to say that Bitcoin is not pushing us out, which of course, there's always going to be room for traditional finance and banks, whether they're big or small, of course, and cash for that matter. So yeah, they're not going to be pushed out by Bitcoin. That's for sure. But just to know that it's a thing inside these banks, that Bitcoin is a form of currency. It's so cool. It was so cool to hear that. And she, again, just said, I'm just a banker. I'm not an official, person that can talk about this on the record or anything like that. And I understood that. Very respectful. It was a very positive conversation, actually. And she didn't have anything bad to say. She just was neutral on it all and just gave me information on what she's been hearing and what she knows. And that was really cool. So, Bank of America, yeah, I mean, I still got to live in this fiat world, in this 3D matrix. So I still have to utilize you, Bank of America. So, please don't lose all my money, And until Web3 is fully adopted and crypto is fully adopted, I still have to play in the fiat system. So that's what I'm going to do. I appreciate the call. Thank you for checking in. I'm good. Thank you so much. And that's just my blockchain reaction. None of this is financial advice. She was nice in saying, do your research. Here's a couple websites you can research. That's what she says to her clients. That's fantastic. That's what I say to you. Do your research. This is not financial advice, just my blockchain reaction. Thank you for watching. Hey, thank you for watching to the very end. And before you go, please subscribe to the channel, crank up that like button, drop a comment and share the video. If you want to join me on the VEUIT platform, the Web3 streaming platform, I'm going to migrate all my content over there and create new content on the blockchain. My referral link is in the description below.